How's my RC friends and family doing today? Welcome back to the channel. First off, I get asked, what do I need to bring to the trail, or what are some of the things that you recommend to go trailing? So I figured this would be a perfect opportunity to talk with y'all, show y'all what I bring to the woods and how I prepare for the trail. And step one would be grab your rig, throw it on the workbench, and give a good, thorough, I'm talking about deep, thorough overlook. Make sure there is no loose screws, your wheel nuts are tight, check your bead locks, your four links, your drive line components. Make sure things are tight, nothing is loose or wearing to the point that they need to be replaced. The last thing you want is to be on the trail and something give and you're the guy that everybody's waiting on to get it fixed. So second, put your batteries in your rig and double check everything on operation. You want to make sure that your controller binding and everything on your rig seems to be running smooth during your vehicle lookover or vehicle inspection. Batteries. Make sure all your batteries are charged and you have them all laid out to what you need to run. I typically bring between 5 to 6 batteries to the trail, especially with this application. If I'm running my Capra, I bring 4, but rule of thumb is a mile per battery. So just keep that in mind. We typically run 500 or 5,000 milliamps at the minimum. Anything above that should be fine. Just bring plenty of batteries. I like to have a table or a place that's dedicated for all my equipment to where I have everything laid out and I don't forget nothing in the morning or the next day or whenever I'm crawling. So that being said, I start with my bag. Throw my bag up here. You will need something that's pretty light. You're going to want D-rings, something to hook to where if your truck does break down, you have a way of hooking it to your back and hauling it out. I prefer the chest strap to where you're not wearing your shoulders out, keeping the bag on you. So there's that. I use half a ratchet strap as a recovery strap. Not only that, it's good to block off the trail if somebody lost something or is broke down and they're partially in the trail. You can put this to get other hikers that go around you, just as a caution or recovery. AA batteries. You will need AA batteries. You never know. You might forget the night before. Put them in your remote. Starts going off. You do not want this to stop you halfway in the trail. I bring a battery tester just in case if we're running a diagnostics and we're wanting to double check and rule things out that we don't have a dead battery. I've seen it happen. So bring you a battery checker. As you get all your batteries charged, make sure to start laying them out on the table so you know what's charged, what's not. Keep that rotation and be organized. You don't want to mix them up, go plug one in, it's dead, and you're on your last battery, you can't make it out. Another thing I recommend is a towel. So a towel just folds up easy. You're able to put it at the bottom of the bag, and when you do break down or something happens, you can lay it out on a surface or a rock, put your rig on it, and then be able to place your bolts and know what you have, and you ain't going through a whole bunch of leaves and dirt trying to find your hardware. It just keeps things a little bit more tidy on the trail. And then last but not least, tool bag. Have all your tools, everything that your rig requires to tear it down, get in there, replace it, and get it back up and running. Very important. I'm not going to go through the details of what's in the bag because I have a lot between drivers, electric driver, so forth, so on. I just have everything in there to replace what I need on my rig. Zip ties. Make sure to carry some. They always come in handy. They're self-explanatory. carry a little thing with spare parts. Have just extra drive shafts, whatever you may break, some rod links, steering links, shock ends. You might even want to carry some extra hardware just in case something gets lost during the trail. All right here. Throw that in your bag too. Also, with that being said, I have a little tackle box for each truck, so I know what I need to grab and I'm not having one tote for all rock crawlers. It's literally one per truck. It just makes the process a lot easier. And if you're like me and you're recording, I like a chest piece for my GoPro. I'm able to put my tripod through here and it holds my GoPro pretty tight, and I can trade back from chest mount to whatever I'm doing. But I like to run that in the trail too. Back over here, you're not going to believe it. It's one of the most important things as well. But I've been through this myself. I have seen so many people leave their steering wheel at home. Don't do that. Make sure you take it and then you place it right there where you won't forget. Because without this, you ain't doing shit. And if you're an hour and a half away, you're a spectator. Don't be that guy. And a real helpful tip that I do to help with my hardware and what I'm carrying. So each driver, according to its size on the tip, is the hardware it carries. I pop this little cap off. If you look down in there, I have screws the size of the tip to where I know exactly the driver that I'm holding. If I lose that screw, I'm able to pop the cap, get the hardware out of it, replace it, and not spend 20 minutes looking for a bolt. So I do it to all my drivers that have that cap, and I have the whole set. So each driver has all the hardware inside of them. If you can hear it. So that is a little pro tip. I got tired of carrying little medicine bottle looking things to hold them in. This was a lot better idea than doing that, and less room. You don't have to take up too much room. But that pretty much sums it up. Just make sure to go over your rig. I've actually was looking over mine, and I have a broke fender in the front. I really ain't got time to replace it, so I'm gonna rig it and make sure to probably drill a hole, do a zip tie. As long as it ain't over here flopping, it's broke. If you look right there, that's where the screw is, and this is where it should be mounted. So I'm gonna fix that. Everything else is checking out pretty good. I do have seeping going on with the oil that they use inside this transmission. One of these days I'm going to split this down and use some pretty thick marine grease. That's what I run in all my axles. When I first got the truck, I tore it down and made sure to pack the axles and everything full. I just didn't do the transmission. But yeah, if you're ever tearing into your axles, or you play in water, or you're crossing creek beds, make sure to use a marine grease to protect the components in your axles. So I finally got my fender fixed. I drilled a hole through the fender and then wrapped the zip tie, which is hard to see, right there through the shock tower at the front. So it holds it in place, and we're looking good. But only thing I can say, grab your rig, get your equipment, and let's go hit the trail. We may see you out there.